So, this isn't what I normally do, but I saw people online saying it was impossible to do Fairies in the Labyrinth without Festival King, and well, I did it without Festival King. I figured I'd do a run through of floor 4 and show just how it ends up working out. My passes are pretty straightforward, and they'll come up shortly. I'm just kind of showing, this is the team, here are the passives. I just basically went for ones that boosted Fairy stats while decreasing the enemy's attack. That was the big thing that I went for. Because the enemy's attack was decreased so much, bosses like Sariel couldn't lifesteal back health. So this is the team. Something to note is that debuffs do not work on floor 4, so while Zeldris helped me on the backline of floor 3, he's functionally useless, and Elaine has a dead card. Cool. Also, one of my passives is functionally useless. So this big guy here is honestly the worst because he takes forever to kill, but it's time consuming. You'll see that none of my units ever really come even close to death. But usually what I do is I lead out by tossing out Helbram's buff, Elaine's dead debuff card, and King's Ruin card, because you can see now they've got their stats boosted. And we're just going to go super fast through this while I talk in general about it. It should be noted that this is not a quick clear team for this floor. This is not a quick clear team. I ended up spending about 25 minutes filming. I've just cut out some stuff and sped up the footage. I'm trying to get decent RNG with humans, but that hasn't happened, so grinding this floor with fairies it is. Oh, one thing though. It is a good thing to keep an eye on Helbram's health throughout this video. The passives basically, because he is having all of his stats boost, his lifesteal and recovery is boosted. So he's just getting it all back. So, as we wait for this never-ending shit show to end, let's talk about the Labyrinth and how to tackle it. So, a lot of people have said, run one race. Just run mono race and you're good. That is true. Obviously. A lot of the passives favor other races heavily, and they pop up way more than the ones where it's like, have them be different types of things. So what I do is I pick a race and I focus on it. I only spend my Labyrinth currency in the Labyrinth proper on either rerolling passives, rerolling characters, or for one time, I pick Awakening, so that I can get my characters fully super awakened by the end. And you can see this guy finally went down. This was maybe like 2 minutes of the video, but in real time it was like 9. So next up we have Dale, and I think he's honestly the one that gave me the most trouble, just because he has a card that can freeze characters. So it was deeply annoying, especially since, depending on who he freezes, they lose their buffs and they can't attack. And part of it is you need to have your characters keep attacking so you keep getting those buffs. So you can see in this one, I'm doing my best with Helbram. I'm doing my best. I think he just keeps doing this freeze shit and it is deeply annoying. Like here, he freezes Helbram. So it's like, oh no, not Helbram. And I decided to be smart and just do the card. The weird thing about floor 4, I feel like, is the first 2 enemies are the hardest on the floor. And then after that, it's kind of a joke. When I was putting together this video in Premiere, the section for the first dude was huge. The section for Dale, pretty sizable. And then after that, they're just like short little sections like here, 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 here. I've cut out in this video, I chopped out like things like healing and moving around and load times because there's no point in seeing that. No one cares. But yeah, basically, Green King's passive is his crit increases, like the more orbs he has. And I believe I have a crit damage passive in there, so it's pretty fire with this king. I might actually have had a problem if I had switched to Festival King. Probably not, but this one works out just fine. The point of this video, though, is to not say, here's the perfect team to clear the labyrinth with. It's to say, you can clear the labyrinth with the most dookie-inducing characters possible and still do just fine. Green King is very good. Green Helbram is This Elaine. I have never had this Elaine be useful until now. And yes, every time that green Zeldris pops, I shake my head. But yeah, again, you can see I just lead out with those 3 cards. Floor 4 is just basically, you want to make sure you build up your passives as quickly as possible, so that whatever damage you take, you just steal it right back. This one's a little annoying because he can remove buffs, so you can see Helbram lost his buffs, but whatever, he's gonna get them right back. And honestly, like, I think they got close to death once, and then there was a healing node, like, right after that battle, so whatever. I know there was one where I was clenching a little, like, oh no. But yeah, just pick a race and go with it. And what you do is don't fish for a specific character, fish for a race. Because you would be surprised at how good some of these units are in Labyrinth. I honestly, Red Elaine, as you'll see throughout this video, really comes in clutch, and I was not expecting that. Also, apologies, I'm getting kind of over a cold and all that, so my voice is, it is what it is. Obviously, this isn't my usual content. Normally I do tightly edited videos with very tightly edited audio, and this is what you're getting instead. I am going to upload this the day that I record it, which never happens with me, but hey, it's March. Let's try new things, guys. Let's try new things and see. This guy made me sweat because I was afraid that Helbram was gonna die. I was like, oh. But you can see he went from a quarter health to half health. And I did have him attack there because I wanted him to lifesteal some of that back, because I couldn't remember where exactly the healing node was. I think that's the closest he comes to death, though, and look, I mean, he's fine already. Oh, and we have this guy. I love him with his little arms. He's like, yeah. I did get really lucky on this run of floor 4 because I got a lot of mergers on the good king card, as you can see. Like, it's gonna be GG next turn, because all I have to do is just move that card and boom. Like, check this out. I dump that card, dump that, and then I'm like, here we go. So, dead card. Annoying card. And, he's dead. It's just that easy. It is RNG. I got really lucky with my passives, but I fished this. I love this guy. I love him. Look at his little arms. He's like, I'm gonna get you. Anyway, I got really lucky with my passives. But, you know, when I was picking out Elaine, you know, there were other characters that were good, but they weren't fairies. And I'm really glad I decided to just stick with my fairy typing, because what is helping the whole team is getting those 3 buffs every turn, especially when the enemy is attacking. So here we go. Check this out. Oh, it's so beautiful. But yeah, this is just the starter king. So what I would actually be interested in seeing is what different types of comps people have been beating this with, because on my free-to-play, I actually beat it last night. And so I started with the blue Meliodas, the new champion or whatever, green Melascula, and Bellion. And Bellion came in clutch so many times. I never thought I would utter these words, but Bellion came in clutch so many times, which is absurd. Oh yeah, so check this out. So he's red, and he's going to ult on Helbram, who's green, but Helbram don't care. Whatever. Look at his stats, he's fine. That's all this Labyrinth is. It's keeping your passives in mind and looking for synergy. And I genuinely feel like this is a good game mode now. I'm interested in playing it more. I have 3 accounts. We're not going to talk about why, but I've already cleared Labyrinth on 2 of them, and I'm thinking out what I want to run for the 3rd one. Like I did Demons. Oh, by the way, my free-to-play Demons, the backline was the 1 ultimate. He never dropped down. Never needed him. I had demon passives. Demons were fine. It really helped that Green Melascula and Bellion were able to ult drain constantly, so Tarmiel's like, I'm gonna ult. And they just went, no. 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 Just like King went, no, Dragon. No. But yeah, I'd be interested in hearing what you guys have managed to clear this whole Labyrinth with. Obviously, people are picking up the 1 ultimate and just steamrolling everything. But this one was really fun for me. It was nice to get a character that I don't use much and just be able to use them. I'm like struggling to come up with things to say, but honestly, like, it's speaking for itself at this point. I haven't shown the healing nodes or anything, but they're not even healing up that much. I could have skipped healing and they probably would have been okay. Like, I do get a little worried, but also keep in mind that Helbram's passive revives him with 1 HP, so even if he did die, he'd just come right back. So, we are going with Old Reliable to finish it out. And, boop, boop, up. But he revived, because that's the thing. This guy does revive with half health. But that's okay, because guess who has their ultimate? It's Old Reliable. Boop and boop. And the funny thing is that the gold cards were hitting harder than his ult. I can't even remember what their ult levels are. I think it's 5, 6. But yeah, that's it for the Labyrinth. And you can see the Labyrinth has been completed. And this is a screen that you get, and it's nice. It's like, aw, yay. And I also want to share that I got lucky. And this morning, I have wanted her for ages, and I managed to get her on the free banner. So all is well in my world. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Elaine.